Hello, hello, hello. This is your message from the universe for January 14th, 2021. This is the rune Isa. Isa is the rune of isolation, of a standstill, withdrawal. And yes, this is the same exact rune that we pulled yesterday. And I had to ask twice when I pulled it whether it was actually supposed to be pulled. And they told me without a doubt, yes. And then the cards started, and I always do my little shuffle, shuffle, and this one, this one, this one, next deck, this one, this one, this one. We got this Queen of Swords upright and reversed on top of each other. We got 9 and 10 of Wands upright and reversed on top of each other. And we have this 5 of Cups reversed and the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. So in this reading, they're still wanting us to take a really close look at these burdens. We should be using this standstill and this isolation to reframe the way that we see these. When the 5 of Cups is in the upright position, it speaks more about regret and failure and feeling like you're going to give up and being exhausted. And when it's in this direction, they're wanting you to forgive yourself. They're wanting you to look at the things in your life and to kind of like let them go, to not continue to punish yourself for them, which is exactly what this 10 of Wands reversed speaks about, addressing your burdens and reframing what's going on with them. When I pulled this 5 of Cups, you guys know sometimes I get a bonus Queen of Wands. Yesterday we pulled Queen of Wands reversed as well. Then we turn around and we have these Queen of Swords upright and reversed. Queen of Swords upright, speaking about not shutting down, speaking about having that strength and boundaries and direct communication and kind of taking charge and being clear in your intentions. And Queen of Swords reversed, not getting too emotional and not shutting down your emotions. There's a balance between getting messed up over everything, like getting crazy, mad or sad over everything that happens. Oh, my whole life is terrible and F my life, just because something, maybe even something small happens. I know someone who, when their phone breaks, starts crying in this F my life, and it's a week of F my life, and things exponentially start to happen to this person, worse and worse and worse and worse, until finally they're, evicted, or their car has broken down and they have no way to get to work, so they lose their job, all from one little moment where their phone broke, and they started that downhill spiral of my life is terrible, F my life, I wish I didn't live, da 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 da, for small things. We have to be aware that we are manifesting all the time. And, I always get a little bit of bonus cards. Sometimes we got that world reversed. Rather than thinking that the world is against you, use this pause to see how we can reframe the things in our life so that they represent abundance. If your phone broke, maybe it's so that moocher or that person who is a leech or that person who is toxic to you can't call you. Or maybe it's so that you don't get a phone call to go and do something and get into an accident. Just say thank you when fucked up things happen in your life. Just say thank you and then deal with it. When we collapse ourselves into these emotions, when we collapse ourselves into the pain and the human stuff of it, we tend to miss the bigger picture. It's really important in this moment that we are all trying to see the bigger picture in our lives and to recognize that we are here for a purpose, which is to experience life. We are here for the purpose to experience life. And when we can reframe everything that happens into, this is an experience that I need to move forward. If you think of it like school, when you start out in kindergarten, you're learning. You can only go so fast. You can only go so far each day. You can't skip from grade to grade unless you're incredibly gifted and incredibly knowledgeable. And most of us have to go through, however many 200 days of school every year for 12 or 13 years to even get to the point where we're prepared to be adults. So if we think about that in our own life, then all of these things that we're going through, they're all preparing us to live life. And how we interpret, if you sit in school and you think that everything they're teaching you is stupid and I don't want to do this, and when am I ever going to be figuring out percentages in real life, then you're not going to recognize that when you get to be grown, if you know percentages, you can comb the clearance racks and kill it. Or, we don't recognize it. That maybe we collapse ourselves into a heartbreak that happens when we're young, but little did we know, if we didn't go through that, then later we couldn't have met the person that, that is the person of our dreams, or whatever, our twin flame, our soulmate, however you like to think about it, or that we wouldn't know to avoid certain types of people when we get older and they can do more damage. Everything that happens to us is part of an interwoven situation, an interwoven story that connects to the collective and connects to everyone around you and connects with itself. And so by looking at our lives as an interconnected story, instead of individual things that we cry over and beat ourselves up over, then we're going to be able to start to shift and reframe what our lives look like. Because remember, change has to happen by changing where you are now. If you want to be someplace else, if you want to be doing somewhere else, or looking like something else, or having a different job, or feeling a different type of way, then you have to stop doing what you're doing right now. You have to change what you're doing right now to make it look like that. And rather than waiting for you to be surrounded by everything perfect, change you, and the things around you will start to change as well. You are beloved, you matter, and you are so very loved.